Okay, sorry guys. My video somehow got cut off. So we're gonna go ahead and finish. We were at like a minute 36 on this video. So let me pull that up. You're like right about here. Okay, so that gives you a little bit more information about what a remainder is and what it's for. Sometimes we'll have to decide what to do with those leftovers. If we're just using numbers, it doesn't really matter. But in word problems and words like math stories, we are going to have to decide what to do with that remainder. Can we just ignore those remaining people or things or whatever, or do we need to do something with it? So we'll get to that. So next, we're going to do some practice. So what I want you to do is take out your counters, whatever it is that you have, beans, noodles, Legos, marbles, blocks, anything small that you have about 30 of. If you don't have anything, you can just watch. I'm going to do it on my document camera so you can watch as I'm doing it. If you do have your counters, go ahead and take those out. All right, so I'm going to switch to my my document camera so you can see what I'm doing over here. Move this out of the way. Okay, so we'll start with this first one. This is 25 divided by 3. Okay, so we can use counters to represent what's going on here. So we've been practicing that a lot. So I'm going to start with 25. I'm going to count out 25. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay. Move this over here. 25 divided by 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I have my 25. So you guys are just watching this one. The next one you'll go ahead and do. So I'm going to take my 25. And what you can do, there's 2 ways for division. Remember, division can kind of go 2 different ways. And we studied that when we were doing our strict diagrams. So we could either figure out how many groups of 3 we have or how many would go in 3 groups. Okay, so you have to kind of think of it like that. So we could group them into 3, okay? 3 in each group, or we could see how many in 3 groups. So I'm going to make groups of 3. That's the way I'm going to start. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, and I'm looking for how many groups I can make. 1, 2, 3. And if you remember, 3 is not, 25 is not divisible by 3, which means 3 doesn't go into 25 nice and neat. Because if we count by 3s, 3 all the way up, let's start with like 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. We skip 25. So it's not a perfect number. 3 doesn't go into 25 perfectly. So we're going to have to figure out what that means. So I've got my groups of 3. See where you can see them all because I don't have enough space. Okay. There's another group. I'm running out of space. Let me move up here a little bit. Okay, so if I have groups of 3, okay, I've made all my groups of 3, and now I have 1 tile left. I can't make another group of 3. So this tile that's left over, this is my remainder. But now I can see 25 divided by 3 is, how many groups do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, remainder 1. This one tile that doesn't make another group of 3, that's my remainder. Okay, so that's just what a remainder is. I want to make sure you know what it is, what it looks like. If you already knew that 3 can't go into 25 perfectly, 3 doesn't have a fact that goes up to 25, you know there's going to be a remainder. If it went in nice and perfect, then there wouldn't be a remainder. All right, so the next one I want you to do, so you're going to pause the video after I show you the problem, and you're going to work this out with your counters. So if you do this one, we've got 18 divided by 5, okay? So now I want you to press pause on the video, show on your table, your desk, on your couch, wherever you are at home, on the carpet, show what this would look like. So you're going to need to count out your 18 tiles, and let's make groups of 5 and see what we have. So go ahead and pause and do that. All right, so I got my 18. I counted out my 18. And I'm going to make groups of 5, okay? Groups of 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times can 5 go into 18? Okay, so there's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's another group, but I only have 3 tiles left over. I can't make another group of 5, so this is my remainder. So 18 divided by 5 is 1, 2, 3 groups with 3 left over, okay? That's my remainder, the ones that are still left, okay? Next one that we're gonna do, go ahead and pause the video after you see it so you can do it yourself with your counters. You're gonna count out 27 and divide by 6. Okay, so I've got my 27 here. I counted them out. I'm going to make groups of 6. I'm dividing by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We could stack 5, 6 to give us some more space. There's one group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another group of 6. And now I have 3 left over. I can't make another group of 6, so this is my remainder. So my answer would be 4, because I made 4 groups of 6, 4, remainder 3. That's my answer. Okay, so your Schoology assignment looks just like this, just like what we did together. You'll take a group of counters, you'll divide them up by our divisor here. Okay, this is our dividend, this is our divisor. The answer, what is the answer to a division problem? Think, think, think. Starts with a Q. Quotient. Okay, so 27 divided by 6, our answer to a division problem is the quotient. So what you're looking for is the quotient and then the remainder that's left. So these 3. Okay, we're going to do one more and then the rest you're going to do in Schoology. All right, so we've got 24 divided by 7. Go ahead and pause the video so that you can do yours, and then I'm going to show you here on the video. Okay, so I have my 24. I'm going to make them into groups of 7. I'm going to stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another group. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I can't make my 4th group. Got my 3 groups. So 24 divided by 7 is 3 with the remainder of 3. Okay, so if the ones that are left over, those are going to be a remainder. If you were dividing a different way, that's okay. That works too. So maybe you want to make 7 groups instead of groups of 7, because what I've been doing in my example is making groups of 7. Maybe you want to make 7 groups. It's the same thing. You're going to get the same answer. So if I want to make groups of 7, I might do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are my 7 groups. Now I've got to divide them equally into these 7 groups. This is just another way to look at division. This would be the 2 different strip diagrams that we made on, what was that, Tuesday? I've got my 7 groups. Now I've got to distribute. I've got to share evenly with each one. So they get 1, they get 1, they get 1. Oops, they get 1, they get 1, they get 1, they get 1. So far everyone gets 2. I still have some left over, so maybe everyone can get 3. I'm going to try. They get 1, 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 and they get 1. Okay, so far everyone gets 3. I had enough, but now I've got 3 left over. I can't share these evenly with everyone. There's not enough to go around. So that's where I would get my 3. There's 3 in each group. 3 with 3 left over. Okay, so if you did it that way, that's okay too. As long as you're either making groups of 7 or 7 groups. It works the same way. Our step diagram would look a little bit different, but it's the same thing. Okay, so keep your counters out. You'll probably need them for Schoology. You might not, but they're a good tool to have. So if we go to Schoology for today, you're going to go to Schoology. You're going to go to your math tile. Here's our week folder. We are going to be on Thursday, understanding remainders. So you'll open up that assignment. I'm going to make sure it's open now. Okay. And it's just like our assignment our practice that we did together. So use the counters we used for our lesson today and fill in the blanks. The leftover amount is your remainder. So 18 divided by 4. Just like when we had these note cards, it's going to say 18 divided by 4. You need to either break it up into 4 groups or make groups of 4. We did it both ways. Whatever way is easier for you, whichever one you like best, it's still going to get you the right answer. So you'd count out your 18 counters, make your groups of 4, how much is left over. So you'd put how many groups you had, how many you had left over. There are 5 problems like that. So this one too, 27 divided by 7. Count out your 27 counters, break it up into groups of 7 or 7 groups. See what you can share, how you can divide them up, and then what's your leftover. Your leftover is your remainder. So that's your Schoology assignment for today. Make sure you finish that and turn that in. When you're done with Schoology, everyone needs to do 20 minutes of ST Math. Even if you've already done your hour of ST Math for this week, 20 minutes of ST Math for everyone. And then go ahead and take your lunch and recess break, and then make sure you come back at 12:30 for writing. Make sure you come back at 12:30 for writing.